Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. Today is a Forgotten Spider-Man Rogues vid and I hope you enjoy. There are so many goblins in the Spider-Man Rogues gallery, but the most forgotten one is the third Green Goblin, aka Bart Hamilton. Bart Hamilton first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 167. This is our first introduction to Bart Hamilton. He is Harry's psychoanalyst, and that's pretty it. His next important appearance were in Amazing Spider-Man 174 and 175. Things happened. Harry Osborn's girlfriend Liz Allen ran away after her stepbrother the Molten Man apparently died. We see Bart Hamilton get suspicious when he is surprised at what Peter Parker looks like. In issue 175, Harry flips out in a session and attacks Bart Hamilton. In the dark, the two fight and one stands up and claims the Green Goblin lives again. Then, his storyline happened next in The Amazing Spider-Man issues 176 to 180. The Green Goblin is back and wants to become the crime lord of New York, but he has to get past a group of grown-up Silvermen to claim it, so he decides that he will kill Spider-Man to make all crime bosses' lives easier. Then, he will be back to take the mantle. Much easier said than done, especially when you don't have the Goblin strength formula. On the plan B, with the Goblin going after Silvermane to kill him. This was my favorite story in Essential Amazing Spider-Man Volume 8 growing up. This was the first, and even today, one of the longest Green Goblin stories per issue. There is a mystery of who is under the mask here, who has the Green Goblin tied up. They almost seem to confirm that it is Bart Hamilton, but really it is Harry Osborn. Bart Hamilton is the Green Goblin here, and his one and only storyline. The most iconic moment to me is the fight at Radio City, and when the third Green Goblin fights the second Green Goblin. The story is pretty straightforward, but a little bad, like, why did he destroy Flash Thompson's apartment? Was it only to make it seem like he was Harry Osborn under the mask? The reason I look down a bit on this story is because the third Green Goblin is no real threat outside the end of issue 178. Other than that, it is comical when Spider-Man just bounces Green Goblin all over the place. I love these moments for Spider-Man though. Here in issue 180, he just stands there as this third Green Goblin wails on him, then Spider-Man softly whacks him and he goes down, which is specifically when we find out all of Hamilton's plan. It turns out, the events of Amazing Spider-Man 169 were because of him. He commanded Psychology Harry Osborn to follow him and take pictures of Peter getting rid of his clone in issue 151, then delivered them to J. Jonah Jameson. Yes, Hamilton was the Goblin because Harry told him about everything in their therapy sessions. This is the second appearance of Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin, and, by all accounts, Harry is a hero here, and he stops Hamilton, then shreds his costume saying he hates the thing. Bart then decides to explode them all with a detonator, but the trash conveyor belt carries him over the edge, so he basically blows himself up. And yes, I'm now going to mention that he returned during the Clone Conspiracies issues 2 through 5. I know only issues 2 through 4 covers are up there. But he was like with a bunch of other villains, mostly just a cameo or Easter egg. And that's really it. It wasn't anything important to show. To me, the third Green Goblin is pointless, but it made a great video, and I guess he did establish Harry as more of a sympathetic character, and the story reintroduced Silvermane. But for Bart Hamilton, let's just forget him like the writers did. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.